Care package inbound.
Hi guys, Nathanstein here. Today I am going to repaint this crappy little toy revolver. Now they're tiny. I'll give you a wee. That's because they're for my grandson. But the reason that we're doing these today is because I watched Westworld last night and oh my god guys, amazing. Absolutely loved it. Now if you're not up on Westworld, it's a new TV show based on the 1973 Michael Crichton film. And it is essentially where the AI in this sort of fantasy realm just start to get self-awareness and things start to go to pot. Absolutely brilliant. If you didn't see it, I highly recommend that you check it out. It's on Foxtel here in Australia. I'm not sure what it's on in America, HBO, I think. But absolutely brilliant. And the main character, the Dolores character, just absolutely superb. Yeah, there's something really fascinating about AI finding their way in the world. Like I like that as a theme. I like the original Westworld. I like Battlestar Galactica, obviously. I like Blade Runner, Jurassic Park, anything like that. Anything with that sort of theme of them finding sentience, and then obviously it's a murky waters, isn't it? Because then you don't know who to feel sorry for. I mean, I quite felt sorry for the robots in Westworld. Obviously the one robot I don't feel sorry for is Ash in Alien, because he is one creepy dude. I felt like there was a little bit of a shout out in Westworld to him actually, with the guy throwing milk on things. That's not a spoiler, by the way. I wouldn't spoil the story for you guys. Yeah, got to give a shout out to Ed Harris, who's in it also. He's in one of my favourite movies, The Abyss, and he does a brilliant job in Westworld. Seriously guys, production value on that show is just epic. Such a good show. If you haven't caught it yet, go catch it. Come back to my Facebook page and let's chat. Something else that I liked about Westworld as well, the music that they chose, really interesting. Definitely worth chatting about that as well. Don't want to say too much obviously, because I'm not sure what you would consider a spoiler. But I haven't given away any plot detail other than what you'd already know from the press that's come out prior to it actually airing. Now, as with my other blaster that has the metal down the middle of the grip, I am going to do this entire thing silver. You'll remember that I did that last time. That's so that when we tape off the grip, it's silver around the middle, but not as silver as that. My goodness, like a disco revolver, that one. I'm going to crack on with this and I'm going to come back. We're going to talk about Westworld a little bit more and then we're going to do the grip. Okay, we've taped off the grip and now spoilers. Turn your volume down if you have not seen that first episode of Westworld, because I do not want to be responsible for spoiling anything for you. But I thought for those of you who have seen it and you might want to talk about it on my Facebook page, make sure you put spoiler at the start of your comments if you do that. We would talk about the storyline. So from here on, volume down, I'll put up a graphic letting you know when I finish waffling on about this amazing, amazing episode. So guys, for you guys who have seen it, what the heck? Oh my god, so good. I gotta say, Dolores' dad, what an amazing character. You know that it is a good show when your empathy is leaning toward the people who aren't actually people. When he went into that storage chamber, oh my god, my heart was breaking. Terrible. But I'm pretty sure Dolores is going to start to wake up a little bit. Certainly seemed that way with how it ended. She's definitely gaining some sort of sentience. The other great character that was in it wasn't in it for very long, but really, really loved the way that it was done. Was the I think his name was Old Bill, the bartender that Anthony Hopkins' character was chatting to in the basement. So well done. Couldn't work out whether it was acting or whether it was animatronics. Absolutely brilliant. But that cold storage room, man, that was creepy. Creepy. I'd be really interested to hear what you guys thought about that first episode, because obviously I loved it, so I am extremely biased. It's only now and again that the first episode of a TV show will just totally hit me in straight away. Like Game of Thrones did that, I think. Battlestar did that. Orphan Black, I think, even took me a while to get into. The 100 took me ages to get into, and I ended up loving that show, so I suppose you can never ever tell. Trying to think of some other spoilerish. Oh, the main bandit guy. How good was he? And then when that idiot shot him, it's like, oh, seriously? You didn't even get your speech out, dude. Did not even get half of it out. So good. And the music, so weird but so clever. Like Black Hole Sun on the old piano. And then, what was the other song? Was it Paint It Black? I think it was Paint It Black, which obviously is well out of time. But then they also mentioned Gertrude Stein at one point, didn't they? So they're obviously doing what they like to a degree. I also think it must be set quite far in the future, because they mentioned, didn't they, that certain diseases had been cured or something. I can't remember now, I need to watch it again. But yeah, so I'm assuming it must be set like not too far in the distant future, but fairly far. I mean, they said that the theme park had been open for 30 years, so, or hadn't had a major disruption since 30 years ago. I wonder if that was a shout out to the original movie, the Yul Brynner film, which is brilliant, by the way. If you haven't seen it, definitely try and catch that. Mind you, Ed Harris's Man in Black, a heck of a lot more creepy than Yul Brynner, and he's human. Well, we're assuming he's human at this point. Okay, you see the difference, even for such a really, I mean, the quality on this is terrible. You probably can't see that on the video, but it is the worst plastic in the world. Super, super cheap. But when you've painted it, not too bad. Obviously this works the same if this is bigger, so for an adult cosplay or Halloween costume or whatever it might be, this is a quick, easy way to make it look realistic and get away from this sort of ridiculous silver, yeah, no shading, nothing type style. Just got to wait for that to dry a little, because I've had to put it on extra thick because my brush is done. This is why I swap brushes all the time, by the way. Once they get sticky, it's a nightmare to get your levels up, so keep that in mind when you're doing your own dry brushing on your own blaster. I'm going to come back when that's dry, hit it with something a little bit lighter, and we're done. Okay, just going to hit it with something lighter. The spoilers are off now. I'm not going to talk about it anymore in spoiler-like fashion. That will do. I'll take photos of these in proper light, obviously, because as usual, the lighting over here is awful, but hopefully you can see that that is looking better than that, at least. detail. Oh look, it's just like Westworld. Which one is the real one? Okay, I'll untape it. We're done. All finished. As I said, I'll take some photos. But hopefully you can see that is looking a lot cooler for cosplay or Halloween than this thing. That's it. That's our Westworld chatter and Revolver Repaint video. I'm not sure what my next video will be. Probably something from the vault until I can afford to buy some new Nerf. I saw the new Star Wars blaster the other day, but 50 bucks. I was like, oh, I really want to repaint that, but that is just mad money for me right now. So yeah, I've just realized something. I'll need to paint that in with silver with my small brush because I'm a dope and I forgot to tape that off. And then you'll get the full effect when I take the photos. I'll put some photos up now. That's it. Go and watch Westworld. Hit me up on Facebook. Let's chat about it. Awesome, awesome, awesome show. I'll see you in my next video. Nerfenstein out.